So the problem with many beautiful women today, we see them all over Instagram. They're very exquisite to the human eye. But when she opens her mouth,
what's the foundation of you guys' relationship aside from just sort of chasing rappers around the country?
That's it.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
her beauty is now equivalent to Shrek. See, the problem with many women today, they have a sense of entitlement, that they deserve some kind of special treatment, as if she's the Prime Minister of North Korea. What the bejesus? So today, I want to walk you guys through the matrix, where we're going to uncode womanese, and I want to show you guys some of the childish-like behavior and how preposterous some women can be. Only if our eyes can see a woman's soul instead of her physical attributes, our ideologies and perception on beauty will change drastically. You know, I like it when women complain about the average guy. I don't want to be with the average guy. When 95% of her beauty can be wiped away with a single wet wipe. See, the majority of the women today, they have bitten off more than they can chew. They price themselves as this steaming, hot, sizzling, gourmet steak. But the majority of them are barely even a single French fry.
A potato flew around my...
Come on in, brothers.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I would rate myself a 10.
A 10?
A 10. Period. A 10. Like 1,000 or something.
You lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop your fucking lying! Please don't wake me. That's the only time I see you. I can't fall in love. You my favorite señorita. She the first one.
Welcome in, gentlemen. Hopefully everybody is doing spectacular. So, I've dated a plethora of beautiful women, voluptuous women to say the least. Put on my knight in shining armor.
Knight in shining armor.
And went out and slayed the dragon. And what I learned from dating these types of women is that a lot of these girls, they have the outer beauty, but they're lacking the most important thing, the inner beauty. It's like their soul is dark and empty. You try taking an Instagram model out on a date. Like, she's so used to having everything that she lacks conversation skills. The conversation is dry, it's boring. It's like I'm talking to a rock. Cheek slaying Gospels, verse 55. Her ass is fat, but her personality is whack. She is shaped like a Coca-Cola bottle, but the soda is flat. Written by Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. the legend. And I want to show you guys an example of that today in the Fresh and Fit podcast. Shout out to them. Play the clip.
Do you guys think there's any characteristics about yourselves that make you unattractive to men, the same way that you find certain guys so unattractive to you?
Yes.
Okay. And what would you think those characteristics are?
About oneself.
Yeah, about yourself. Yeah.
Okay. I think I threaten men because I'm just very independent and I'm very successful and I don't really need to rely on anybody else or you know, just even bother with your presence because I am so well established on my own.
So to translate this in the language of the womanese. Whenever you guys hear a woman say, I'm a strong, independent woman, 80% of the time, what she's trying to say is she is an insufferable, aggressive narcissist that she shall be avoided at all costs. No thanks and no thank you. Because these are the type of women that would say, I'm an independent woman. I don't need a man. These men are all dogs and trash. But she's the type of person that would depend on all her family and friends for support, food stamps, and the whole government to support her. Not only this, but the simps that she has in the gulag to support her on OnlyFans. See, I know that there's a lot of independent women out there who are out paying their bills, who have their rent paid, making their own money. Shout out to those women. But here's the thing. You never pay attention to a woman's words. You pay attention to her actions. Why? Because a lot of women will use this term, I'm a strong, independent woman, as a deflection. Why? Because she can't keep a man. You see how bitchy this girl is in this clip. No man wants to be with that. So she used, I'm a strong, independent woman as a scapegoat. Not only this, but you will see this with a lot of older women on Kevin Samuels' channel who has hit the wall, where they can't get a man anymore because they're retired Kareem gobblers. They have so much mileage on them. No man wants to be with that. So they use the term, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need a man. Sweetheart, you don't need a man. You need a therapist, because a woman's value is using her feminine energy to keep a man. A man uses his masculine energy to get a woman. Can he pull her? You understand what I'm saying? And now let's resume the clip.
So
At 23.
yes, 23 with a money tree, boo. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And where's your job?
I work on OnlyFans.
Okay.
And I'm a model.
So money tree from OnlyFans.
Yes. Yes, I run a business off OnlyFans.
Yes, I run a business off OnlyFans.
May the cheek-slaying fathers ascend down from the gates of heaven and enchant us, enlighten us with the inspiration. My brothers, please open your cheek-slaying handbooks to chapter 3, verse 33. If she has an OnlyFans and she twerks around the clock, my brother, she belongs to the whole block. Thought, be gone.
See, here's what we have going on. This is why I said about being hard-headed.
I think you guys need to be more open-minded.
Let him finish.
Yes.
Let him finish.
So guys,
You guys need to spread a positive message, because at the end of the day, I'm leaving here with a negative message from this podcast, because you guys
can somebody grab some control, because you don't tell me what I need to do. Hold on.
Real quick. We're just expressing opinions here. Ladies.
See here, guys, this is what happens when you try to hold women accountable. They play the victim role. They're like, oh my God, I feel attacked. He's a misogynist. Help.
Yeah. We're just gonna express the opinions. Me and Fresh are not, and we're gonna let you and Hafiz and Kevin talk about this, and then you guys can give your points. Everyone's gonna get a forum to speak.
But as a man that you don't even know her, you have no place to tell her how and where to invest her money. How to make her money.
I didn't tell her word anything. I just asked what she was doing.
Just asking.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean, guys. This is what I mean. This is what this economy breeds. It takes a lot of. This is what this economy breeds, guys.
Speak, ladies. Let them speak, and then you guys will get your shot too.
So Hafez has been he's tried to be as measured as possible. I came in and tried to be as measured as possible. And what are we getting? We're getting attacked. We're getting anger. We're getting, you don't know nothing. You don't know what I do know. What I do know is of all the business people on this platform, the people who are going to have long-term success are not you.
Okay, so I'll see. You're saying it's not me. We'll see. We'll see if I won't be successful.
See, fellas, this is the perfect example. The problem with many beautiful women today, because they are never held accountable for their actions because you have all these simps who buys their OnlyFans, buys them expensive stuff. Instead of punishing these girls for their bad behavior, these simps reward them. And look how beautiful these girls are. They're very attractive. But when they talk, it's like their beauty gets sucked out of them like hot air. Kevin Samuels and the roommates are successful businessmen, but yet she's arguing with them. It just shows the lack of intelligence, the immaturity, and how childish some women can be. See, imagine dating a girl like this. She would just be a freaking headache. You're walking yourself into a slaughterhouse. You know, I have a dream.
I have a dream.
That one day, Sims can stop putting a woman on a pedestal and buying their OnlyFans. This is the main problem with women because of social media. May I remind you guys that there is no woman out there more beautiful than your freedom. Because a lot of simps, a lot of men today, they're so led by their lust that they will tolerate the disrespect from a woman, put themselves in uncomfortable situations because of a woman, and they will tolerate a woman's bad behavior because they're leading with their lust. They're not thinking with their head because all they think about is the cheeks.
She is very gorgeous to me.
That when a girl cheats on them, they will want to come back to her and marry her because a lot of men today are led by their lust. Look at Mosey for an example. They got him.
He needs some milk.
I don't think we're in the midst of a pandemic. This is a simp-demic, a simp-ocalypse. This simp-ocalypse is the reminiscent of end times. My brothers, save yourselves. Protect yourself at all costs. First, it was Will Smith. Jada Smith be like, Will, I didn't cheat on you. I just had an entanglement with some nutsacks.
Jesus Christ.
Then these soul-sucking Jezebels that emerged from the cracks of the streets, they went and they got Dr. Dre. And these Kareem gobblers went and got Flight.
Delete what?
You stupid fucking twin bitch!
But I don't want to be with you no more. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Stop hitting my shit. Bro, stop hitting my shit.
Then Deshaun Watson. Then Quavo. See, Quavo let this woman move him off his masculine frame. He got emotional, he got aggressive, and he gave her a lick to the chops. You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag, flip it and tumble it. But Quavo is such a gentleman. He refuses to let Saweetie hold her own handbags. But all jokes aside, fellas, as a man, you never want to hit a woman. That is the most baited thing you can do because it shows you can't control your emotions. Oh, and look at this innocent bystander. He's like, oh, shh, I'm cool, man. I'll just catch the next one. Or I'll take the stairs. And then our most recent, they got EDP 445.
So here he is, Brian, thinking he's going to see a 13-year-old girl. But look, it's these two asshole kids instead fucking with them. Brian, how are you gonna let these assholes catch you like that?
Okay. So, we have you talking to Sophie, correct? Yes or no? Right. Okay. Sophie is how old? Before, and again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she? 13. 13, okay. Right. And before we get into the messages, there was sexual content involved, yes or no? Right. And you said correct. Okay, all right.
And you even sent her your dick.
Man, so what
This
brings you out here
motherfucker.
today?
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
That must have been a really good cupcake to drive your ass all the way here, you asshole.
Want to be sexual involved. because I'm not like that. You know, well, obviously the text messages and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was all that was going to happen.
Oh, okay. So you should title a video, instead of, you know, your video almost threw hands with a 13-year-old, you should title your video almost hands with a 13-year-old. I think that'll get a lot of hits, EDP.
May the cheek-slaying fathers ascend down from the gates of heaven and enchant us, enlighten us with the inspiration, the motivation, and smack the simp out of this man. My brothers, shall we begin this with a little bit of cheek-slaying gospels?
Ask me how I'm doing, I believe.
Please open your cheek-slaying handbooks to chapter 5, scripture 55. If she is young in the body, flat-chested, young in the face, you must distance yourself, give her the space, or you shall catch a case. In your life, she shall erase. Flip your cheek-slaying handbooks to chapter 9, verse 99. In this scripture, it states, if a woman is a minor and not of age, my cheek-slaying soldiers, you shall not engage.
Retreat! Fall back! This is not a drill! Retreat!
Proverbs 3:13, it states, do not give your strength to a woman, nor your ways, which many kings have fallen. And that is the absolute truth. You see guys who have given everything to a woman, and they lost everything because a man who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure. And here's the main problem with the majority of the modern women today, is that they want a traditional man, but they do not know how to be a traditional woman.
Cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Cheek-slaying Gospels, verse 88. If she does not cook or clean, my brothers, she does not deserve this ring. And once upon a time, back then, marriage used to be love, where we come to a relationship to give. Now, marriages is like a retirement plan for women.
Why does the woman still have to compete after he has chosen him?
I'm sorry. Is there a point in time where you can just quit? Well, I mean, first off, that's really lazy.
I'm saying
you got to compete. You got to compete for everything you want with our value man. You're going to have to compete for his little time. If you have 1, 2, 3 kids, those kids are going to want time with their father. You're going to want time. Everybody wants his time.
Even after he's chosen to give you his time?
Yes.
I understand keeping
Yes. The answer is yes. Let me turn on my camera. Yes. You ladies need to start hearing more of this. Yes. You have to still keep it tight. You still have to keep women out of your marital bed. You got to make sure you're not being left for the mistress. You got to do that. That's what you got to do. And see, women used to. Huh?
I'm sorry. After he puts a ring on it, is like,
yeah. After you put the ring on it, because he's high value enough, he'll just buy you out and take her anyway. Have that attitude, you'll be the first ex-wife. Your attitude's the one's the problem, not his. You're the one that don't want to keep competing and keep working after you get him. See, far too many women want to sit up and after you get a wedding, then now I'm here. No, that's when the work starts. Let's get real. That's when the goddamn work starts. You got his last name. You're trying to help build his legacy, raise his children, stay on his program. He's trying to climb. You're trying to push.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being a drag on a man.
This is the mindset that modern women have towards marriage. It's a retirement plan for them. See, I made this in the 50 commandments, 50 reasons why a man should never get married. Because once a woman marries a man, the competition anxiety stops because she knows that she has that man by the ball sack. The court system is going to favor her. So therefore, She does not need to compete for him, where the sex will stop, where she will stop going to the gym, where she would gain weight, where her boobs were sat down to the floor. See, marriage is not about love anymore. It's about stability for a woman, while marriage is responsibility for men. So fellas, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you guys learned something from this, and take it easy. I'm out of here.